So with that, please allow me to introduce our colleague, our friend, and the leader of Hanseatic Legal University, Dr. Cho.
Everyone, and good morning, good afternoon, for those who are participating here through Zoom. Well, what about talking after Madam Kijo? It's probably one of the most difficult challenge, and also speaking after President Martin, who made a very important speech. That is that our mission is to transform individuals as well as to transform the society. I believe that it's not that easy to change the individual as well as society, but perhaps there is one way for us to do to impact upon individuals and the society. That is to do something small at the university and at the institution of higher education that we are all in, and perhaps for that purpose, we are here together to think about the university's role. And I believe that this WURI ranking, World University Rankings for Innovation, is a small attempt to make sure that the universities do this sacred mission of transformation of people and to society. Well, the reason why we are here is, well, first of all, my role is to introduce to you briefly what World University Rankings for Innovation is. Well, you can easily enter this site, and for those of you representing universities who have not yet participated or registered as members of Hanseatic League of Universities, please do so by visiting this website, hlu.world. Perhaps one of the simplest website. And there you can register yourself, which will take probably 2 minutes. And then you can also join this World Universities Rankings for Innovation by visiting this WURI.world. And also you can apply to this ranking system by sort of filling this small template. And let me briefly introduce the structure of this template. That is, that after putting your names and universities, and simply go through this planning, doing, and seeing, and then future planning. Perhaps you can do it in 10 minutes. Although it may take some more time if you want to sort of put some supporting materials. The whole purpose of this effort is to make sure that we go through planning, doing, and seeing. After all, our activities are nothing but to plan and then to do and to see, which is followed by the next stage, planning, doing, and seeing. So the whole purpose of filling in this template is for you to look at the very process of transforming universities through this planning, doing, and seeing. And then each of these processes, first with planning, you can identify who are the leaders of this project that you are sort of completing this template with, that is subject. And then you are expected to identify the environment in which you implement the project for innovation. And then the resources that you have. And then perhaps you can put them into the mechanism, which will be a sort of source for the process or the activities of each of these projects. Then you can expect what the performance will become. And then this performance will be in the name of innovation of a university. So planning, doing, and seeing. That very simple process will enable you to apply to this WURI ranking. And then after a while, you will see and you will have pleasant surprise that your university is firmly in this list of world universities for innovation. And I believe that there are many expected impacts, certainly upon the universities, upon your university. You can not only pursue academicism, but also practice-oriented activities for the society. And then instead of uniformity of the traditional ranking system, this WURI helps you to do the innovation to meet the diverse needs of the society. And instead of past orientation, this WURI helps you systematically think of the future and work on it. And then this WURI ranking has absolutely no commercial orientation. Everything is free, and you are actually participating in this process for the betterment of not only your university, but all the universities that are participating in this project. And then upon the students, this ranking system or the result of the ranking will enable students all over the world to find and choose universities based on the future activities of each of these universities. And then certainly for the society and for the government, this ranking system will do a service so that they can all get together to transform individuals and to transform the society. Thank you very much.
I got bumper music. Anyway, thank you, Dr. Cho. Where'd he go? Oh. It's been a blessing getting to know you and your colleagues. Nikki, should I take this down? Or? No? I remember. Anyway, and now I'm honored to introduce our next guest, Dr. Hui-Chang Moon, the founding director of the WURI rankings. He came up with the rankings, put them together. And he's also chairman of the Institute for Policy and Strategy at National Competitiveness. Dr. Moon is a world-renowned expert on international business technology, national competitiveness, cross-cultural studies, and cross-disciplinary studies. He has developed several academic theories, including the imbalance theory for foreign direct investment and the ABCD model for growth strategies at the national and corporate levels. Additionally, Dr. Moon is a consultant to the United Nations Conference on Trade and Development and an honorary ambassador of foreign investment and promotion in South Korea. Please welcome to the stage, Dr. Hui-Chang Moon.
Okay, thank you very much. I think this is the most important moment of this conference. I think some of you are very nervous about the rankings that I'm presenting now. I may not be able to satisfy all of you, but I think, again, the ranking system is very much important. Whereas again, President Martin said, we are working for transforming societies. We are not just publishing exotic papers. So, for example, like the last year, there was a hurricane hit in this area, and President Martin did a wonderful job. And all the faculty members and staff members of this university did a great job. And we go with society. But there's no ranking system to measure or evaluate this kind of good work. So we need a new ranking system. And again, there are several existing rankings, but the reason why we are doing another one is because we are not satisfied with the current existing systems. The key point of ranking system is pursue dynamic innovation through cross-learning. We are learning with each other. Okay, I'm gonna go over briefly the new ranking system, the importance and methodology, and then I'm gonna announce rankings. And then I'm gonna come up with implications and conclusion. So the new ranking system, we have done, it's so sensitive. Like this is the 4th year in the new ranking system. We started in 2020 through 2023. So here are some examples of the existing ranking models, THE and QS and Shanghai ranking system and US News and Reuters. The problem is these are about academic tradition, but we are doing innovative impacts on the real world. And as you know, there are several universities in the world, they are rejecting to show their data to this ranking, particularly the US News. As Martin said, they are selling magazines, but WURI ranking does not sell anything. We are not that much like sensitive to those kind of things. So number one, academic tradition. What's wrong with that one? We need this one. The faculty members have to publish kind of articles and books to get promoted and to get tenured. But that is not all for the role of this very much important higher education. We need something else. We need to go with society. So we'd like to have some innovative programs that will have real impact on the real world. And this is what we are doing. So because the institutions have not fulfilled this kind of very important role of transforming societies, now the companies, and they have done pretty good job. So big technology companies, they are hiring people without college degrees. For example, Google has recently launched a new selection of courses, and that takes only 6 months to complete. And that is kind of equivalent to the 4-year college graduate. So the private sectors are going faster or more efficiently than the traditional economic sectors. So we need to do something. So the conclusion is there's a doubt about the value of traditional higher education. So universities need a different approach. And also we have to tackle the new developments of societies, like the pandemic and crisis management, the 4th industrial revolution and technology management. Again, the classical ranking systems count number of papers which are about these things, but they don't actually pack the societies. So our new ranking system embraces these new issues in terms of content, but we also update the methodology. We also incorporate new techniques. This year, we successfully incorporated the ChatGPT things in terms of case collection and case evaluation. I'm going to show some examples that you may like. So the content extension is we started with the 4 categories: industrial application, entrepreneurial spirit, ethical values, and student mobility and openness. And then year 2021, we added crisis management because of COVID-19. But we were not just restricted to COVID-19 management, and many schools have applied kind of some different cases of dealing with the crisis management, like environmental issues and some others. So this is good news. And at very last year, the WURI ranking, and we incorporated the fourth industrial revolution. So we still do not know the complex reality of industrial revolution. Sometimes people talk about the AI, artificial intelligence, sometimes the digital economy, sometimes the big data and cloud computing. So we need to be more specific about this, but not just understanding of these new developments per se, but how to make that helpful to the society. So this is kind of expansion of the content for evaluating university rankings. Okay, but again, I'm gonna be a little bit specific about the use of ChatGPT, and we have found a new way of using ChatGPT that has not been utilized by other people. So we improve our research process with the help of ChatGPT in terms of data collection and processing and summary and editing. But the most important point that we have found is, we can quantify the qualitative data. We can ask them to rank numerically, okay? But the name of the technique is ChatGPT. That has nothing to do with the number, but we can quantify the data, and you like it. I'm going to show you very kind of short and kind of clear examples to demonstrate the value of this new technique. And then when we rank, there are some cases with identical rankings, the same 9, 9, and 9. So we need to re-rank. We need to refine the order. So we give some other kind of questions and let the ChatGPT know, and they redescribe, recalculate, recategorize the new refined rankings. So there's like a immense or infinite number of possibilities that we can utilize this kind of new technique. It's going beyond just like a chatting. Okay, and there are 3 criteria for each of our 6 categories. We measure innovativeness of each of these: industrial application, entrepreneurial spirit, and so on, and also implementability. Even if it is innovative, if it is not doable, it is nothing. So we calculate doability or implementability in terms of cost and benefit. If it costs too much, we may have to give it up. And then impact. A certain program may affect only one department. Some other may affect the entire university, which is better. So we also kind of care for the scope and intensity of each innovative case. So innovativeness, implementability, and impact, I would say like 3 I's. So in the past, we used to have like 3 phases for evaluation. Number 1 is evaluation, evaluated by the president or the evaluation team designated by the president. The presidents are applicants and also evaluators, kind of integral evaluations and things like that. And phase 2.1 is his judgment. And then phase 3 is his final review. But we added phase 2.2, that is the ChatGPT evaluation. So I'm going to briefly show just 2 examples of the usefulness of using a ChatGPT. So number 1, we asked evaluate these programs, innovativeness, implementability, and impact on a scale of 1 to 100, where 100 is the highest. We actually ask a little longer question, and the answers are longer, but we just like shorten some of them, okay? And the answer provided by ChatGPT is as follows. And ChatGPT gave us innovatives like at the score 90. And it says, it is a unique and highly, it is not my talking, but evaluation provided by ChatGPT. It is a unique and highly effective way to develop student skills in AI and entrepreneurship by adapting to changing global challenges. Again, there are some more sentences, but I just shortened them. And implementability, it has a solid foundation, but requires additional resources and coordination for efficient implementation. They give some consulting advices like that. And the impact, it has a significant impact on students, as many students will benefit, and much of the project will be further expanded to other areas. So even impact, and they give a 90 point. And then total point is 90. It's very fascinating. And let me give you another example. And this is another example. And again, we asked the same question, and the answer was like this. This is like a student exchange program. And evaluation provided was, it has been in existence for decades. So the concept of student exchange programs is nothing new or particularly innovative. The program itself is nothing new. So they gave like a very low grade, 30 out of 100. However, it is generally well established, okay, well designed. As long as the necessary infrastructure and resources are well in place, it is likely to be implemented successfully. So your execution is good, even if the general planning may not be that much new. And its impact depends on the quality of partner institutions. This is a two-way traffic. However, this program does not show sufficient evidence of a good partnership. You also have to show some potential partnerships, partner institutions to collaborate, but that point is missing. So again, the ChatGPT gave only 50 points. The overall point is something like that one. So again, this is a shortened version, and it's a longer version that we are sometimes very impressed by the evaluation. But we can still go further. If you just add some more professional kind of analysis, you can make a really important consulting report. But anyway, ChatGPT is not just to search for the information, but we can utilize that for analysis of this kind. And we can utilize this kind of new kind of area of use, and then we can go into kind of deeper analysis and deeper description of the case. Excuse me. So this is amazing, but we still are a little more cautious about the adoption of this new technique. So this time we gave only 30% weight out of 100. So we gave 70% weight to the actual evaluations provided by the president or the evaluators, and we gave a 30% weight to this ChatGPT evaluation. But next year, after multiple tests, we may increase the percentage of use of ChatGPT or some other. We're going to have a ChatGPT 4.0 or 4.5 or 5.0, then like that one. It's going to be more precise and it's more efficient. So maybe up to 50-50 kind of things. But that's the feature. But so far, this is very very useful. We have tested all different kinds of things, and that makes sense. So we added this kind of new technique for the 30% of the total evaluation. Okay, now the rankings. So you guys have to be nervous a little bit, right? Rankings of innovative universities. Some information about the rankings to be presented at the conference. I'm going to present the top 50 in each of the 6 categories. You know that there are 6 categories for evaluation. And then the total evaluation, so global top 100. So 6 rankings and one a global 100. And however, I will upload this information below, okay, on the WURI website within 24 hours. So the two things, the same things, top 50 in each of the 6 categories and global top 100. We also upload not just global 100, but global 100 to 20 and 21 to 300. And this presentation slides, I'm going to upload all these presentation slides to our website, so you don't have to take notes and other information. And if you have any questions and comments, you can send us the email at top 100, or you can leave your message, okay, onto our website. Now, some descriptive statistics about the ranking applications, submissions, and by whatever standard, it has grown a lot. The number of programs, from 469 to 1189, number of universities, and 280 to 423. I'm going to go over the details of this, but anyway, by any standard, it has grown a lot, a very significant increase in growth. And number of innovative cases per category, okay, this is growing a lot. So the point is rapid growth in the recently added categories. So more submissions are on the new added categories, the progress in the fourth industrial revolution and crisis management since the COVID-19. So this is good news, and people are more interested in the new emerging issues But again, the existing traditional ranking systems are concerned about the past data, traditional, the way of like accounting papers and kind of traditional way of teaching and the amount of budget kind of things. But we are tackling new issues, and many schools, they have applied for like these issues with more programs. A number of innovative programs per university. Look at the right-hand side. About 42%, almost half of the universities apply for multiple categories. There are 6 categories, more than one category. There are only 196 schools, universities, they apply for only one. The others like apply for multiple categories. So this is good news. And now the real rankings are here. Top 50, 6 categories. So now I have to read like 50 for each of the 6. So 50 times 6 is 300. And then final 100. So it's going to be total 400. And it's going to be a little boring to read all the names of the universities, but 400. So let me just skip, okay, some of them. Or you have to look at, maybe you can look at the country first, and then whether you can see whether your university is there. But I will try to be kind of catching up all those kind of things. But it is not a good idea to read all the 400 universities. Anyway, I will do my best. 6 categories. Number 1, this is it. Industry application. So I just reclassified by 10. So the first 10, there were like 6 American universities. Minerva, number 1, and followed by MIT. Oh, yours there? So I don't have to read the university names, right? You already know that yours is there. Minerva followed by MIT, Carl Institute of Technology, Stanford, International, Orleans, and UC Merced, and Oxford, Tsinghua of China, Burapha, Thailand, and Cambridge, UK, Kyoto, Singularity, and U of Tech, Sydney, Franklin University, Switzerland, the sponsor of next year, and Belgorod, Ohio, Gothenburg, Hankuk University of Foreign Studies, Simon Fraser, and then ranking 21, start with Amikom, Yogyakarta, Indonesia, and Charles Darwin of Australia, Hanbad of Korea, Tampere, Finland, Seoul Institute of the Arts, Korea, Assist University, 26, Central Luzon University, Northwestern National University of Management of Cambodia, Cebu of Philippines, Kunjang, Fatima Jina, Samara State, and Yunlin University of Science and Tech of Taiwan, World University of Bangladesh, University of Liberal Arts Bangladesh, Abdullah Gül, Turkey, Central UCP, Lek Hong of Vietnam, St. Louis of Philippines, National China, IU International University, and number 43, U of Split of Croatia, 44, well, yeah. U of Pretoria, South Africa, Trevin of Vietnam, and Badr, Egypt. Vishwakarma, India, Brighton and Sussex Medical School of UK, and St. Paul University, Philippines, and Universidad de las Americas, Mexico. So these are 50 for category number 1. And now let me move to category number 2. Okay, did you find yours already? Already, you're so quick, huh? Entrepreneurs. Ranking 1, the Deggendorf Institute of Technology. Simon Fraser, Hanze, Aalto of Finland, and UC Berkeley. And then number 6, Instituto Politecnico Braganca, that's Portugal. 7, George Mason. 8, Indira Gandhi. And 9, Monash. 10, U of Oulu, Finland. And number 11 starts with Trevin and Temple Rensselaer, U of 20, and Northern Kentucky, REDC, Queen's University of Canada, and Arizona State, and U of Liberal Arts Bangladesh, National University of Management, Kyushu of Japan, that is ranking 21, and Beijing Tech and Business University, China, and University of Wollongong, Australia, yes, Draper, USA. On the right-hand column, Aju, Korea, Dalian, Neusoft, Burafa, Hanbat, Korea, and Singapore Management University. 31st, Athens, 32, Toyota, 33, Illinois, and then FEU, Ilia State, Badur, Telcom, Florida Golf Course University. '39, Griffith, and then Florida International, 40s. 41 starts with Cebu of Philippines, then Hanyang, St. Louis, Chicara, U of the Cordilleras, U of Aveiro, U of Baguio, Mariano Marcos, and 49 Assisted University, and number 50, I can see. Okay, you have Toronto. So my computer, the screen is kind of shrunk. Okay. Now the category 3. No, I just. Okay, ethical issues. Okay. Number 3. It starts with Echo 42. University College London and Franklin University, Switzerland again. UPenn, Harvard, Florida State, Telcom, Columbia, Assist. There's another Assist. And Badur. Number 11, Florida Gulf Coast. Followed by Dublin, Yale, you beat Dublin and Yale. And you have Lincoln and Azu, Granfield, and then Portuguese, Instituto Politeco. And then you have Split, Griffiths, and Monash. Number 21, Chungbuk, followed by National University of Management, Rutgers of USA, and St. Louis University, Philippines. And 25. Okay, Central, right? My monitor doesn't come with that one. Number 26, IEDC, and then Hanbat, U of Liberal Arts, Bangladesh, National Chinan University, Taiwan. And Leyte, and then Batangas of the Philippines, James Cook of Australia, IUBAT Bangladesh, Luther, Thailand, Cordillera, Korea Development College of the Philippines, Minerva, USA, and University of Perpetual Help, DALTA. Stanford, 38, La Trobe, 39, and Dublin, 40. The 41 is Tech Institute of the Philippines, followed by Ifugao and Samar and Cebu, all Philippines. And then ITTP, Indonesia, IU International University of Applied Sciences of Germany, FEU Philippines, and Lovely Professional University, India, Trebin University, Vietnam, and then I cannot see it here. Okay, Mariano Marcos, and number 50. Okay, halfway down. And then student mobility openness. Turkey, Abdullah Gül. Thank you very much. Okay. So can you hear me? Can you hear me? Okay. And Abdullah Gül, followed by Boston, and National University of Singapore, and Peking, Seoul National, number 5, and Hanguk University of Foreign Studies, number 6. You have Copenhagen, Denmark, Sussex, UK, and Trinity, USA. Flinders, Australia, Kansai University, Japan, and Northern Arizona, U of Bonn, and Incheon National, Badr, Egypt, Cheongwon, Korea, Beijing Normal, China, RWTH Aachen, Germany, Telkom, Indonesia, and assist number 20, Korea. Number 21, Stella Lawrence, 22, Tarlac Agricultural University, Dalian, China, and then Thailand, HCU, and then Australian UO Vienna. 26, the right-hand column, National, Xinan, University, Taiwan. Leyte, Monash, and PUCP, and Washington State. And from ranking 31, and Seoul Institute of the Art, and LNU, and U of Denver, Trebin, AICUI, Cebu, and Delta, and Milceps College, and St. Paul in the Philippines, National University of Management again. Ranking 41, the Catholic University of Korea, the American University of Ras Kaiman, and then like this, Philippines and Australia, Minerva USA, and Taiwan and Philippines and Bangladesh, Murdoch, Australia, and the last one is U of Split, Croatia. Okay, you are in the list. You're so quick, huh? The crisis management. Well, this is actually very, very interesting, you know, and the newly included categories of crisis management and like new technologies in the fourth industrial revolution. The developing countries, you know, the universities from developing countries are included a lot. So this is saying, you know, the universities from developing countries are very good at kind of catching up in these two very important areas, crisis management and like new technologies. And this is kind of good news. So the gap between developing countries and developed countries may be narrowing down with this kind of trend. So number one, Burafa of Thailand, and then Politecnico of Portugal. Florida Golf Course, number 3. So your effort of taking care of the like kind of damage so actually works out for this kind of high ranking. Franklin University, Switzerland. And then Thailand and Russia, Indonesia and Philippines and Korea, international and Cebu and Philippines. Okay, number 11, Fatima Jinnah, Pakistan. And number 12 are U of the South Pacific, and then Pakistan and Philippines, Bangladesh and Korea, Indonesia, and UK and Korea AJU, and Philippines FEU. So ranking 21, 21st is U of Babylon, Iraq, followed by Badr, Chungang, and REDC, and then National Institute of Management. Number 26, Temple University USA, and 27, Assist University of Korea, followed by Chungbuk, Trevin, and Ivy Tech Community College of USA. Number 31, U of Illinois at Auburn-Champaign, and Eckerd, KU. Number 34, Hanze. 35, American International University, Bangladesh. 36, New York, NYU. And then 37 is Starta. Number 38, Lamsa, and then HEC, Sungmyeong. And number 41, Purdue of USA. Okay, and then Kuala Lumpur, Catholic, and then U of Michigan, Unity College, Lovely Professional University of India, Ilan University, Lynn University, Cornell University, and Cebu Normal University, Medellin, Philippines. Okay, the last one. Okay, last one, the fourth industrial revolution. Samara State. And then IU International of Germany, Mariano Marcos of Philippines, National University of Management, Lek Hong of Vietnam, Chungbuk, Dalian Noisoft, China, Assisted University of Korea, Hungmin, Korea, Badr, Egypt, Florida Golf Course, then the Library of India, FEU, Philippines, St. Paul, and Incheon, and ITTP, American International University, Bangladesh, Trevin, Central Luzon, State University of Philippines, U of Liberal Arts, Bangladesh. Number 21, Telkom of Indonesia, followed by Fatima Jinnah, and then Harvard, okay, and then Pakistan and Korea. And number 26, Taiwan, and then Philippines. And number 30, U of Split, Croatia. Number 31, Minerva of USA. And then Mostar, Western Mindanao State. And then India, Philippines, and Oxford, and Philippines, and Christ India, and IEDC of Slovenia, and Carnegie Mellon of USA, followed by Don Mariano Marcos, National University of Uzbekistan, then Tech Institute of the Philippines, Lyceum of the Philippines, U of Faisalabad, and Daegu Health, and then Philippines, and Old Radio Philippines. Okay. So there are a lot of submissions from the Southeast Asian countries this time. And this is kind of good news. And, you know, kind of like more and more universities from Southeast Asia and some of the developing regions, they're applying. And their cases are very impressive. And we learn a lot from your experiences. And thank you very much for submitting a lot of applications to this new ranking system. Now, the major league, the Global Top 100. Innovative Universities 100. Okay, you guys ready? Okay. The lower top 100. Here we go. Minerva, Arizona State, UPenn, MIT, Stanford, Equal 42, Alto, UC Berkeley, Hanze, Princeton. Number 11, Carl Institute of Technology, Harvard, Simon Fraser, Boston, Abdullah Gül of Turkey, and DIT of Germany, Seoul National University, Incheon National University, and National University of Singapore, NUS, Tsinghua of China, Oxford, Cambridge of UK, and Duke, Olin, and UC Merced from USA. Franklin University of Switzerland, 26. Followed by Chicago, Columbia, Northern Arizona, Singularity, Florida State, and Hanguk University of Foreign Studies, Florida Golf Course University. It's well creative. 33. And University College London, Peking of China, Twente of the Netherlands, Ohio State, and Dublin of Ireland, Flinders, Australia, and IGDTUW, India. Number 41, Beijing Normal, followed by Sussex, Trevin, Badr, IEDC, Urfa of Thailand, and then American Temple University, Yale, and Trinity, Copenhagen of Denmark. Okay, the last slide now. Number 51, Kyoto, University of Japan, Monash, Australia, Sarah Lawrence, USA, Telkom, Indonesia, U of Bonn, Germany, and Far Eastern University of Philippines, U of Tech of Sydney, Australia, Assisted University, Korea, Kansai, Japan, and Hambat, Korea, Belgorod, U of Gothenburg, Dublin, Tempur, Chungbuk, King Mongkok, Thailand, Dalian, Noisoft, China, Griffiths, Australia, Centrum, PUCP, Peru. You have Lincoln, UK, okay, and then American, RPI, Cambodia, Korea, and Vietnam, and Bangladesh. Okay, the last 25 on the right-hand side, the France, Marseille University, and FEU Tech of Philippines, American George Mason, U of the People, and Northwestern. The Philippines, St. Paul University of Philippines, RWTH Aachen of Germany, Toyota Technological Institute of Japan, you have Oulu, Finland, Seoul Institute of the Art, Korea, Central Luzon, Philippines, Azu, Korea, Fatima Jinnah, Pakistan, National Donghua, Taiwan. Batangas State, Philippines, Luther University, Thailand, Beijing Tech and Business University of China, and Northern Kentucky, USA, Hong Kong, University of Science and Tech, ICFAI, E of Jakarta, India, Leyte Normal, Philippines, you have Illinois Urbana-Champaign, Cebu Normal, Philippines, you have Wollongong, Australia, and Aveiro in Portugal. Okay, so are you guys all satisfied with the results? Okay, well, thank you very much. And implications in conclusion. Well, there are several implications, but because of the time limitation, let me just show you just one very meaningful extension of our research and of your applications. So number one is like the diversification of innovative areas. Example is crisis management categories. So we started with the COVID-19. The first year that we applied that one, that was 2022, and then all 45 programs among the top 50 were just talking about COVID-19. So 90% of the time you're talking about COVID-19, but this year it's very diverse. You go beyond COVID-19. So COVID-19 and beyond. So this year, only 27, just a little more than half of these submissions are about COVID-19, and the others are about like extended crisis management, sustainable environment issues, supporting mental health, natural disasters caused by geographic characteristics. So this kind of trend incorporating new issues within each category adds significant value, and we really encourage you to do this. So our category of the 6 categories is kind of like a major categorization. You can make it like a subcategorization and subcategorization. We can extend under one heading of each category. So we are very happy with this kind of new trend, expanding kind of new issues under a certain categories. And now the conclusion part. Conclusion. So the first point that I would like to emphasize is the new normal, the pandemic and beyond. So some years ago, it's a couple of years ago, we thought, or we had to think that the pandemic is a new normal. We had to live with the pandemic. But now it's post-pandemic, and after pandemic, we're gonna go back to normal before the pandemic, or it's gonna be a totally a new life. So we have to tackle this kind of new issue. The second subtitle of the new normal is the fourth industrial revolution. The one thing which is kind of striking us is we talked about fourth industrial revolution, artificial intelligence. Variation of artificial intelligence is ChatGPT. But ChatGPT may be more serious and more significant than the entire AI that we used to know. It's going to be totally different. It may be separated from kind of the artificial intelligence. You know, some years ago when Steve Jobs first introduced his iPhone in 2007, I guess, and then he said at the time the iPhone 3 was a smaller size than this. And he said, no, and it's like the black shirt and then blue jeans. And then he said, this little thing in my palm is going to change the entire world. You still remember that? This little thing, the iPhone 3 in my palm is going to change the entire world. And now we can say the ChatGPT, okay, on your laptop computer is going to change the entire world. It's going to be totally different. The really important point of iPhone was before that one, the algorithm of computer was kind of engineering perspective. only the specialists in engineering schools, they know a lot about that one. But now after iPhone, then everybody has to use it. You know, the artificial intelligence about a year ago, just 6 or 7 months ago, before like the release of the ChatGPT, that was November 30th in year 2020. I know AI has nothing to do with me. Now everybody has to know the ChatGPT. So this is a new revolution from kind of a demand perspective. We are still talking, but from next year, you're going to add one more item or one more category. That may be ChatGPT from more like a demand side, not just supply side. Anyway, there's a kind of an infinite like extension of the issues coming up with these two issues. So these two things, so we are still moving, we're still kind of improving. The last point is dynamic innovations through cross-learning. And again, as I just started, you know, the current education system may not be that much important. You know, in our like the first introductory plenary discussion, okay, in our the president Pascarella of the AACU, and she said the current and today's traditional college may not be worth to attend. It may be too expensive, and you don't know a lot. But they don't teach all these kind of things, especially the ranking system. So we thought that, you know, you have done a great jobs. You know, yesterday I've been attending all the case presentations, and I was impressed. The case presentation, the cases were all impressive. The problem is the people outside their schools, they don't respect them. They don't even know what they are doing. You know, the FGCU, we have come up with the kind of new story, good story that President Martin and you guys did a really good job to, you know, for the like a kind of the disaster, but not very many people know that. The problem is there's no ranking system to measure that. The current ranking systems just care for the number of publications and the teaching method, the amount of budget that you have. That's good. We need that one. But on the other hand, we also need something else. So you have to show your performances, your experiences. We have to let them understand. We have to let them respect. Okay, every human being has a right to be respected, and every university program has the right to be respected. So we will provide the platform. The WURI ranking will provide the outlet that you can show, you can demonstrate your experiences with others. So we have to let others know and respect your experiences. So you also have the obligations. You also have to listen to other people's experiences. This is kind of two-way. And again, we provide the platform that we can share. We can respect each other, and we can improve our society, okay? And we can transform our society. Thank you very much.